What is going on, y'all? Mama here, back with another trade review and market recap. Today is Monday of 6/23. Happy Monday. Let's go over the trade for today. Had a nice winner for the day. Yielded about 2,700 on NQ. And let's just go over the session. So coming into today, we had a slightly relative strength in NQ and ES. NQ was just up 0.19% and ES was up 0.15%. And this was due to like the overnight action with the war. There's a lot of uncertainty going on. And in my plan was, if we get continuation above this level, I'm looking for a break and retest. And then if we get a bounce here, I'm looking for a potential long. So there's two scenarios for longs. If we looked on the daily time frame, due to the overnight action, we were showing strength. The hourly was looking bullish, and just like I like to look at the 15-minute trend to start the day, just because that gives me like the overall direction. If we're shifting trend on the 15-minute, I'll look for potential shorts. But if we look at a trend perspective, just from like the overnight action, we are making higher highs and higher lows, right? So we're in an uptrend, and this is like the main pivot area right here. If we break this area and then we reject the level, we can potentially see the overnight lows right here. So the main play I was looking for, we can just zoom on to the 2-minute, was based off of market structure, was this bounce. It's going to give us the best risk to reward. And I said in the pre-market plan that the best case scenario is we sell off, we sweep these pre-market lows, set a hammer candle, do a bounce, and we actually had a divergence. So there's like 3 or 4 different confirmations to go long to target these highs right here, pre-market highs. So that was the play, and it played out perfectly. So let's just go back into the setup. Let's go into bar replay. So the first 2 minutes we sold off, and then what I did was I took a pretty aggressive entry. I zoomed into the 1 minute. I saw these wicks, and then I entered once we broke this candle. So for the sake of the video, we can do one more bar. So once we break that bar, I entered, went back into the 2 minute, and then we're gonna target I actually target the level first, and then this was like the final target, but then there was news at 6:45 and 7. So you guys can convert that into PST time. So let's just do 1 second. I don't know what happened. It's freezing a bit. So let's just do a replay. So let's just enter 2 NQ contracts. And then once we hit the first level, that was like my main target. This is actually where I got out full position, just because we had 2 news that were coming out. And based off my experience, a lot of times if the news bad reaction, we can just lose all of this profit, which was like 85 points. I didn't want to risk that. But what I can do to improve and maximize the trade is to just scale out, hold a runner or so, and then aim that runner for the full target. And then if you're holding runners just through the news, that can be fine, just because the news tends to draw towards your potential target. So overnight highs, previous day highs, levels, it tends to gravitate towards those. So that's where I can improve. And if we're just holding through news, it hit the main objective of the level with 2 NQ contracts, trimming at our first target, and then the overnight highs or the pre-market highs, we will have yielded 4,200. So absolutely fire trade on the day. I created a plan and just followed it, and that's what you got to do. You got to just create a plan. If you get stopped out, you might have one more opportunity. So generally, I like to have 2 opportunities max a day. If I get 2 losses, I lose like about 2 hours. I'll stop for the day. And today I got a nice one and done, and I called it a day there. And if we looked at here, the NQ still moved, but there isn't like really a high risk to reward opportunity left in the day. Over here, we're just consolidating, and then you can actually give back a lot of your profits and then get chopped out. If we're looking at the 5 minute, we're kind of just consolidating as well. So it's best to take a one good trade, follow your plan, and then walk away. With that being said, you'll have a good one. Peace.